The history of wildland firefighting is fire and learning have always gone hand in hand. From the very beginning, we would have these big tragedies and then people would learn from it and improve. And major improvements would happen in the profession, in the agencies. That took a weird turn in the 90s. There was this idea that we need to be focused on compliance and enforcement. And if something goes wrong, we're going to go in with a checklist. You can start seeing this in the early 90s where they say, well, there are these rules and we recommend that people follow the, this, and this. And then by the early 2000s, there was a report that said firefighters broke every single rule. And that was only the beginning of the madness. After a few years, they were charging with manslaughter. I mean, it was incredible. It got really ugly and firefighters just stopped talking to investigators. One of the most famous examples of that was called the Dutch Creek Fire, where this young firefighter, Palmer, got hit by a tree. We don't know how. The firefighters who were around him refused to talk to investigators. We still don't know what happened, and that was in the early 2000s. And so a group of very, very senior firefighters said, we have to change this, and we're going to change this. I was this young dude, one of the early guys that started fleshing out, like, okay, if we're going to try these new approaches, what does that actually look like? How do you actually write a report? How do you actually communicate that to the people on the ground who we're there to serve? I was a wildland firefighter, so it wasn't, for me, it wasn't a theoretical corporate initiative. It was like, dude, guys are dying in ways that are preventable. We're not figuring out what's happening, so we got to change what we're doing to help my guys. It was very, very controversial. We were ordered by the Washington Safety Office, to discontinue these newfangled, investigations that you're doing. You're not allowed to do it. Because it was unauthorized, it allowed firefighters to just keep trying and innovating, and let's see if this works. Let's try something else, let's try something else, let's try something else. Through trial and error, it grew into this new program that eventually was so trusted that the old style of investigation, which had become so hated, it just replaced it. So it's kind of a wild chapter in our history.